Well, I'm back. Sitting here, and man, it's cold. um, let me see if I can show this to you. Winter has hit. We just got done last couple of days having snow. It's cold, nasty, and not too pleasant. It is about, come on, 22 degrees. And we'll show you daily. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be warm. Um, whoops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Don't think it's going to be warm anytime soon. And my problem is I've had a problem with my left shoulder. Um, I was working on my funny car and reached back to scratch my back. And after a while, my shoulder started hurting. It got worse. And I couldn't figure it out. It seemed like every time I move it, it hurt. Um, it was just real painful. And so a couple weeks ago, I went to the doctor. This was like before Christmas. It's January 27th. Um, and told him what the problem was. And, um, oh, my nose. Um, they took x rays, and the doctor said what it is what they call frozen shoulder. And I'd never heard of this. Um, but, you know, I've got to go in Thursday, 29th, I believe it is. Um, what they're going to do is put me out for about 10, 15 minutes, whatever it is. And they're going to like reanimate my shoulder and see if they can get it working a lot better. And then have to go through the physical therapy. Um, and I hate physical therapy. Been through it uh, one other time, and it was painful. But I was reading about it. Ah, stupid nose. Um, and it was saying if you lay on your back and you exercise your shoulder, move it around and stuff, which I've been doing, uh, it would help. Hot showers, I've been doing that. Of course, right now it's too cold down here to take a shower, so it's been a few days. Um, Somehow would like to get cleaned up before I go in for this. I don't want to be smell like a bum. Um, so I got that coming up. Look forward to. Lovely. Um, so I just been taking it easy. Um, you know, um, just you know, watching a lot of YouTube. Right now, I'm watching. I don't know if you see that, but it's motorcycle videos. Just wishing spring would get here, um, so I can go out and ride, provided my shoulder holds up, which I hope it by then it is. Um, it's not supposed to get really warm again until, oh come on, supposed to be back in the 30s around I'd say the third next month, 3rd of February. Um, yeah, 34, 32, 36. So, right, come on, spring, you know. But um, I bought this the phone pouch for my phone. It's got an American flag on there. It comes off. Got a compass on it, which I really don't need. Um, stupid sciences. What cold does to you. Um, you know, so because I told that doctor, I said, man, I need this done for spring and summer and stuff because the lawnmower we have is an older lawnmower. It's a GX 75, um, and that thing has some old steering on it, and it's hard to turn. And I need all my muscle strength to move to turn that wheel, and plus working on the cars and stuff. You know, it's sort of hard to do when you can't move your arm. But been drinking a lot of coffee and just watching YouTube. But you know, I think of the last video I did. It's been a while. I was saying I wanted to get the. Let me see if I can get it. Stupid, stupid tablet. Um, this green elephant um model kit. Oh, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. My models. Yeah, come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, that one there. I've got the other one I got done. This one here is the one I just got done back in December. Um, it's sitting on a shelf over there. But well, I looked and I found one for like $54, and wanted to get it, and all of a sudden they're sold out. Amazon is sold out. Uh, you can't get them. You know, maybe if you special order them or look real deep and find somebody that has them. Um, so I just maybe you can find something else, or there's some other stuff I want to get. I want to see about getting a set of crash bars on my bike. Um, that, in other words, if you drop the bike, they fall in the bar, not on the bike. It protects the bike. It just, you know, I was thinking about a windshield, but I don't know. You know, I rode my 98 750 from where I bought it home with a windshield. It was at night. I sort of took a long way around. Uh, so, you know, but for some reason I took it off and I sold that windshield. And if I knew I was going to get another 750, I would have saved that. Um, my 99 Honda Shadow 750 does not have a windshield. It's a great bike. I love it. I named her Black Betty, but right now she's sitting outside covered up. Poor bike. Um, you know, and I know the battery's got to be dead. I usually take a battery out and put it on the battery tender, and I just got lazy. Um, maybe it warms up some. I'll go out there and get it off. Um, but you know, I feel bad because they're not cheap. Uh, I buy mine at Walmart, and I bought, oh God, we bought batteries there for cars, mowers for my motorcycles. Um, I've got a jump pack. It saved me a few times. Um, that's what I was telling my daughter's boyfriend is because his battery died, tried to jump it, and it wouldn't start, so he jumped off the other car. Um, that was at work. He went to work and called, said his car wouldn't start, and that was even after getting a new battery. Um, so, but thank God it was right up the street. So we got it started and he got it home. I said I'd have the battery tested, the alternator, and invest in a jump pack. They can save you. Mine saved me from sitting at a intersection when my rectifier went out, and I can tell when the rectifier is going out because you go to get the gas, and all of a sudden it wants to die. It's like I got no power, and I made it to Myers parking lot, which was a good ways from the house, and I was not going to keep stopping, putting my jump pack on, trying to get it home. I called my insurance company, made sure I was good for a tow, and they called a roll back, and I had it towed home. That was the middle of last summer, I believe, and it was free. I have on the insurance 100 miles free towing, so it didn't cost me anything. Insurance took care of it. So I learned that lesson the hard way because the first time I had my bike towed, um, I was out in Richwood at the time when they had the flea market. I saw my buddy leaving with his wife. I tried to catch up with him, and he turned and went on up toward the interstate. There's another little truck stop there I go to right across from an old TA that was still rebuilding at the time. Um, and as soon as I hit that light, got to that light, that intersection, make that turn, man, my throttle cable broke. So I gave enough gas, coasted it down, put it in the parking lot, and called a friend, but he was doing something else at the time and didn't know what else to do. I thought, well, I called the house, told them I had to have a tow, and was asked how much it was. I said, I don't know. I had to find somebody. Come to find out, it cost about $100 to tow it from Walton back to my house, which at the time I did not know I had 100 miles free towing. I should have checked. So, learned my lesson the hard way. When I got to have a tow, I call the insurance company first, make sure I'm good for a tow, and off I go. So, that was a lesson learned about $100 less. But yeah, I just you know, I guess you learn as you go. But the guy was real good. They um, took care of my bike. You know, I helped him get it on there when he was pulling up on the bed. I just stood and hold the brake until he put the bed back level. And I put a kickstand down. He strapped it down real easy. Nice. Great job. They're out of Walton. It's a great towing company. And so, the second time, the same thing, but he didn't really need me to do anything because his truck was different. It had like a bike lift on it, and it would bring it up on the bed. It was pretty cool setup. But so, yeah, I wanted to also do some recording. I can't. My music, which sucks. Um, I got a dual cassette player here, and for my big house stereo, and my one side, I guess I was cleaning the heads or something, and there's like a little metal pin that wraps around and goes into something. I don't know how it all works. Well, apparently knocked that loose. So it's laying in the bottom of the cassette deck. I can play on the other side, no problem, but I can't record. It won't play, it won't record, it won't do anything. So I've got to get a new one of those, you know. Um, but yeah, I'm just sitting here watching different videos of the old west and motorcycles and you know music videos. Just waiting for this weather to be over. But just wanted to give an update. You know, I just cold, bored. You know, want to do something, but there's not really not a lot I can do. You know, and all this other stuff going on in Minnesota has just got me irritated. You know, these cops just, you know, randomly, I guess, shooting people. These ICE idiots. I mean, I understand they're doing a job, yes, but just because somebody has a gun, you know, you don't pull out a gun and shoot them. You know, there's supposed to be a procedure they go through, not just pull out a gun and shoot them because they say they got a gun. Um, I haven't watched the second video on the guy that was shot here a couple days ago. But the first one, I mean, they said she tried to hit him with a car or hit him with a car. Um, there again, there's, you know, I mean, as I told a friend of mine, like, if I'm walking through Walmart or a store and I step on your foot accidentally, does that, or, you know, or whatever, does that give you the right to pull out a gun and shoot and kill me? You know, it's, you know, I don't know what kind of training these guys got. Um, but I could have swore that you had to call and have permission before you pull that gun if it's a life threatening situation. You know, um, like I said, I haven't watched the second video. I'm gonna watch it and see what they're saying because those guys are government. I get that, but they can say anything to cover their own, you know, cover themselves. Um, to me, it's stupid. You know, if you give me your ID, you say, yeah, I was born in America, you know, hey, leave them alone. You know, if they're doing the Mexican hat dance out there with sombreros and everything else, you know, yeah, something's up. Um, you know, I don't get it. You know, why these guys just randomly shoot people. But I got a funny feeling there's gonna be more. So, but well, this ain't gonna be too long. Oh, and the other thing too is I'm waiting to find out what happened to Twin Sticks and Mike the Truck Nut. I haven't seen a video drop from them in a couple weeks, either one of them. I tried to reach out to Mike, nothing. Um, I hope everything's all right. You know, I hope everybody's safe. Hope nobody got majorly sick. Um, you know, I mean, I understand things happen, but Twin Sticks, I don't know. Um, he's got a nice Kenworth cab over at his place, but he wants people to pay to watch him work on it. No, I'm not doing that. You know, sorry. You know, uh, and I mean, he's has stretched the heck out of his truck. It to me, You know, it's his truck, but to me, it don't look right. It's too long. I mean, he went from a standard cab over to ungodly length on this truck. Um, you know, if you're gonna put a big motorhome body on there, make it a big motorhome, yeah, you know, that's one thing. But you know, tow a fifth wheel, come on, you know, that just ain't gonna look right. But to me, anyway, you know, I don't know. But the last video I saw, he was working on the front brakes on the Trans Am. He's a big smoking bandit fan, which I am too. I got the movie on DVD. Um, so I don't know, but yeah, for me that's about it. I'm just going to sit here and have some more coffee and watch some more videos and cuddle up, stay warm, hibernate pretty much. So you all have a good day. Be safe. Be good to each other. God bless.